So I have to share something with you that's been happening to me over the past couple of weeks, and I thought I really must put this on my video. I really must put this out there on my video. So I'm back in my garden room, and I thought I might as well just come and do a video here from my garden room. It's been a long time since I've done a video from my garden room, and I wanted to share this with you because I feel that it's really important for you to understand. Right now, millions of students around the world are looking for an amazing Pilates teacher. They want somebody to solve their pain, and they're looking for somebody like you to represent that person who's going to help them get out of pain. Something seriously bizarre happened to me over the past couple of weeks where I have had tons of people from across the world, and I'm talking about teachers, I'm talking about students, I'm talking about people who I mentor, and even people who I've studied with, coming to me and saying to me, Anita, it seems like you're doing this most amazing job. We want to be connecting with you. We want to work with you. My retreat business is just completely exploding right now. I've got so many connections of people wanting to connect, wanting to work with me, and I feel super overwhelmed. And yeah, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. But I wanted to share the experience with you because for me, what I feel that has completely changed is that I have really totally got rid of any particular expectations that I thought I was having, and I really wanted to make sure that I show the people around me that I'm working from the heart. And this is where I want to be teaching you to live like this, to work like this, to truly create ambassadors for life. So before I go ahead and explain a little bit more about why I'm putting up this video and why I want you to be able to understand the whole concept behind it, I'd just like to introduce myself, just in case we've never met before, maybe you're new to my channel. My name is Anita Hori. I am founder of Anita Hori Academy. It is a teacher training school for Pilates teachers, but I'm also a business mentor and coach for Pilates and wellness teachers and wellness providers. And I'm here to help you live the life of your dreams, create the business of your dreams, and live the life without anxiety, stress, and really with no hassle, living truly from your heart. Now, when we are new teachers, when we are people who are just starting out, or you don't need to be a Pilates teacher, whatever you're doing in your life, whenever you're starting out, there's always this element of low self-confidence and fear and maybe insecurity, and you're not unsure about how things are going to pan out. This is absolutely normal. You know, you're not quite sure on how you represent yourself as you're starting out, and it's understandable because you could have worked for some kind of organization. Maybe you worked for a studio if you are a Pilates teacher, or maybe you worked for a fitness gym, and you're not quite sure where you place yourself. And I tend to associate this with those young people who have just gone through university, they've graduated, and then once they've graduated, they find they can't get a job. And that's possibly because they still haven't found their space in society, they haven't found their true passion, their true love, and they're stuck, they're feeling stuck. And that's my analogy of it. And I tend to associate that. I see that also with my son having gone through university, and I see a lot of people of his age not being quite sure of where they want to be and how they want their future. They've got this degree, they're brilliant, they have the certificate to say they can do the work, and yet they can't find their true calling. So whatever I'm going to be explaining in this video really goes not just to us business owners, Pilates teachers, wellness providers. It really goes to anyone who is stuck at a point in their life where they feel they just really can't find their true calling. So becoming a truly independent Pilates instructor or service provider is really pulling you out on being an employee, pulling you away from being an employee and taking you to a completely realm of your own. You now have to find your space in society. You have to find your space in showing the world that you know what you're talking about and you are there to offer your service. And you probably haven't even thought about that as an employee, because once you're an employee, you're under that umbrella, under that safety of having to do something for somebody else. And essentially you are relying on the people that you work with, on providing you the clients, on providing you the skills, and you just go ahead in your normal everyday work. Whereas turning over that page of owning your own business, being an entrepreneur and running your own show, that is a huge responsibility. And that's something that a lot of people find it being a very hard pill to swallow. It's a big step for them. But to be a successful Pilates teacher or service provider, whatever you're doing, you cannot be in secret teacher mode or secret service provider mode. Whatever you are doing, you need to be able to show that you're confident enough to show the skills that you have and to be able to represent the people who are coming to you and serve them to the best of your abilities. So the more people get to know who you are and what you're doing, the more people are going to be talking about you, the more clients you're going to get. This is easy, right? This is a no-brainer. So you understand that if you aren't going to put yourself out there and if you're not going to show your services, you're never going to get any clients, and that's no good for you or for your business. Now, I'd like you to think of these few questions. So these are some questions that I'd like to put to you to give you a really good idea on what you want to be and who you want to serve in your life. So here we go. Think about these questions. What is a problem you've had to solve or overcome? What has been the biggest pain in your life? Remember, pain is power. What makes you different? What makes you totally unique? What is the one thing that people keep coming back to you to help them with? What are some of the great lessons you've learned in your life? Now, if you really think about these and maybe write these questions down and find answers to these questions and start journaling on them, this could be the key for you to finding true ambassadors for life. This could be the key for you to finding the true purpose of where you want to be and what you want to do. So the key to true connection is going to be hidden in the answers to those questions. I promise you that. I am proof of that. So let me just explain something. One of my biggest problems in my life has been actually the reason why I've set up this business. I came into business to Pilates. So if you remember, one of my very first videos in this channel has been about self-confidence as a Pilates teacher. Has always been about, and I've actually spoken about this very, very many times in many of my videos, but I've spoken about how new Pilates teachers don't seem to have the confidence and how to build the confidence. And I also have a friend of mine, Tanya Huddart, who actually wrote a book about teaching Pilates with confidence. It's an amazing book that I really suggest that you should buy from Amazon. It's all about how to teach Pilates with the real true confidence that you need to show to your clients that you really know what you're talking about and to gain ambassadors for life. But this has been an issue for me, and it's been an issue for me from a very, very long time. Now I'm realizing that I really wanted to get over this lack of self-confidence that I've had. And I came to the industry in a very, very low state. I actually came to Pilates in a very, very low state, and I was going through a very horrific divorce. And I talk about this in this particular video actually. And I felt that I needed just to gain my confidence in doing something that I loved, and Pilates was my savior. And now I'm realizing that the whole self-confidence issue was my catapult to help me create this business so that I can help people with the same problem. Help people with the same problem of not knowing enough or not feeling that they know enough or having the right amount of confidence to be able to be their own bosses. And it's funny because a lot of people see me online and then they see the confident person, and a lot of my own clients, when they see me face to face, they see the confident person that I am, purely because I've gained experience of that through the years. But I was never like this. It wasn't like somebody switched on a light bulb and I thought, oh, today I've got confidence. Yesterday I didn't and today I have. No, not at all. But that whole issue of not having the self-confidence has helped me create a business to overcome my own self-confidence, but not knowing subconsciously that I'm actually helping other people with lack of self-confidence, with this whole feeling of not being good enough, not being fit enough, not being able to, and to help them propel themselves into another level and to thrive. And then I've grown a lot, and I've grown a lot since I've started. And yes, my confidence has increased, but it was never like that. But I want you, just for now, I want you to hone into that thought and hone into that feeling, because I want you to understand one thing. What you think is your struggle, what you think is your pain, could actually be your savior, could actually be your strength, could well be the one thing that's going to help you propel yourself to another level. So think about it. Think about those feelings that are making you feel vulnerable, because they are going to be the values that you have. They are going to make you uncopyable. They are going to make you unique. And I'm seeing this so much in this industry. I'm seeing this so much in people copying and pasting what other people do. Whether it comes to having a Pilates studio, setting up your Pilates studio, whether it comes to setting up your courses, you just copy and paste what you've learned from your teacher, or even starting to create workshops. You see that one particular workshop has worked really well for this Pilates teacher, and you think, okay, everybody else is going to start following that because it worked for them. And it may well work for you, but it's not going to make this whole workshop unique to you. And people are going to know that, and people are going to identify with that. So if they see that you're trying to copy somebody else, they will follow, because it's something that perhaps is on demand at the time, and you see that it's been successful for that one teacher, it's going to be successful for you. But you're not going to create ambassadors. You're not going to create those people who are going to continue with you for life. And that is the whole difference in what I'm trying to explain here in this whole video. Working from your heart, literally putting your point across from deep down within, going through your pain, explaining how that pain has served you to be the person that you're now, is going to touch those people who are currently experiencing something like you did before, and they're going to see the value of you being there for them, being there of service to them, and they're going to become your ambassadors, and they're going to come to you and say, I want to work with you. I can see what you're doing here and I want to work with you. And this is what's been happening to me over the past few weeks, over the past couple of months, because it's like this whole world has just opened up for me without me realizing, purely because I just completely let go, and I thought, I really want to work from my heart. And I've been doing this for a number of years, but then I seem to have thought, okay, on screen I need to be something different, or on screen I need to maybe show a little bit different persona, but I don't need to, because at the end of the day, the people who follow me, who understand what I'm doing, who understand the value that I'm showing, and to understand the pains that I'm going through and I've gone through, are probably the ones who are going through the same thing themselves. And this is the most beautiful thing about what we do. We can build an entire business around being ourselves, around being unique, around being just us, and around being the unique us that we want to be. Now, of course, there is this whole science of things, of creating a business and creating value for people. And I'm going to talk a little bit about this, because there's this heart element involved, there's the art, and then there's the science. So the heart of having the business is you being unique, is you being vulnerable, and you showing your uniqueness to those who you're working with. That is the heart of it, you being yourself and not being afraid or shy of it, because that is what is going to build your ambassadors. Then the art of it is going to make you unbeatable, is going to make you uncopyable. This is where you have the strategies to show yourself, this is how I do it. Okay, so maybe I can teach this workshop, but I'm going to teach this workshop the way that I feel it, the way that I perceive it in my body, and the way that I perceive it changes the body or the benefits that it's going to show to my clients. And it's unique to me. And that's the art of it. And now then the science of it is going to be the skill of you putting it out there. So essentially the science of it is the marketing of your skills, the marketing of the uniqueness of you. So this whole package comes together, and then you're out there showing it out to the world, and you're truly uncopyable. Nobody can come. Maybe they'll copy the name of your course or your workshop, or maybe they'll copy the exercises that you have in the course or in the workshop, but they're not going to copy you, because there is only one of you. And you need to understand that. So important when building clients for life, when building ambassadors for life. And this truly, oh my God, this truly resonates with me, and it really is so deep to my heart, because that's when I get messages from clients to say things like, you know, you're a true gem, you are one in a million. I have now found a person who I know that for the rest of my life I'm going to stick with. Now, wow, that for me is so deep. That for me is so, oh my God, I've made such an impact to one person. And even if it's just one person or two people, whoever, you know, you're working from the heart and you're making such an impact. And I feel so humbled to think about humbled to think that people value me like that. And I'm not the only one who's doing this. There are thousands of other teachers out there, other people out there who are doing so much good in this world, and they're truly working from the heart. And I'm going to go back to Oprah Winfrey. You know, I love Oprah Winfrey, and I'm going to go back to an interview that I've seen with Oprah a long time ago. And I remember this interview was held at the time when she's just coming out there, early on in her career, when there was so many other TV shows out there, and they were all very mediocre. And then Oprah literally was just going against the grain, and she said, like, I've had enough of this. I'm not going to go with this. This isn't serving me. It's not serving my purpose. It's not serving my values. And I want to focus my talk shows on individuality, on self-development, on empowerment, and on working from the heart. And when she was asked the question on, like, weren't you afraid that you're going to have low ratings? Weren't you afraid that people aren't going to be following you anymore because you're not going with the flow, you're going against the grain? And she just turned around to them and she said, it really doesn't matter, because I know that if I am true to myself, people are going to follow. And it feels so much better for me to be here showing you 1000% myself, and knowing that I am here vulnerable, showing you this is what I can do, this is how I can help you, and you can see how I can help you. And the way that clients come to you purely because of you being you is totally amazing. And you know, I go back to this quote that I've read, that it's better to be hated for who you are than loved for who you're not. And this is where I am right now. This is where I feel I am right now. So I hope that this video has been of value to you, and I hope that you have found some enlightenment on this. I'd like you to go back to those questions and answer them, and truly find what your purpose in life is. Truly find and take your time. Please take your time to do this. Take your time to evaluate and journal on them, and maybe meditate on them, and find your practice and find truly what value you bring to your clients, because that is going to create your ambassadors and it's going to create people who follow you for life. If you did like this video, I'd love you to hit the like and also subscribe to my channel. And if you've got any ideas on what you think my next topic should be, please comment below or just email me on admin@anitahariacademy.com. Until my next video, I send you love and peace. Goodbye.